I just wanted to say hello. We're taking off for a ride today. It's supposed to be a two-man ride, but it's ending up being a one-man ride, which gives me the options of doing whatever I feel like. And that starts when the motor starts. So let's get that started. We'll see you down the road, okay? Oh, yeah, I wanted to stop in at the Auburn State Recreation Office, the ranger station.
It's closed.
So I went to the Auburn State Recreation Ranger District Station, and they're closed. They're not manned. Office is closed. So that was a waste of time. Although it was good I stopped there because I got a map that I didn't have before. So I've added that to my collection. Welcome to the bike can portion of the video. We're here at the Foresthill Ranger Station. And the reason being is to just stop in, get some information, talk about how things are. And I have gotten a tremendous amount of information for you that I gleaned from the wonderful gal behind the counter here. So I can tell you about it. Let me get going here first. We're currently on a ride, and I've been to Mammoth Bar. We're passing through Forest Hill now. We're going past the Sierra Mini Mart, but I don't need any gas. We're going past Wharton's Market, but I'm not buying anything there. Not today. Okay, now we're coming up on the old part of town at Forest Hill, going past the Valero gas station. Gas is $5.99 for premium per gallon. There's Mosquito Ridge Road. Now that road is closed ever since they had a landslide on the road. It was closed all last year. All last year you had to either go to French Meadows via Robinson Flat or Georgetown. Now, like I say, we're in Old Town Forest Hill, and I've never really taken the side street before, but by doing so I can go slower and show you around a little bit. Whatever it is you can see from the side of a motorcycle passing by at 16 miles an hour. It's nice here, and it's kind of like where I'd like to live, except for the fire danger. Anyway, back to the information I gleaned from the nice gal behind the counter. Indeed, Mosquito Ridge Road is still closed. They have built and that means you can't even, there's no sense in even going down the road 1 mile, because it's basically a dead end there. You can't go. But it's going to open soon because they have finished the roadway repair. They're still working on paint, guardrails, and a few other minor things like that. Once that's done, they have engineers come and check off all the aspects of the rebuild. Then they open it up. And I was also told that it could be open as soon as the end of next month, so the end of May. could open back up again. It looks like they want you to go here. I'm going to get on the Forest Hill Road. I was going 49 and I just realized the speed limit is still 30 through here. It's awful hard to go 30 through here. You're out of town. Why do they want you going 30? You know how it is up here. At least that's how you know it. I've been coming up here since the 60s. And so I know it differently. I know it how it used to be, and I know it how it is now. And it's ever changing, you know, because they have to deal with the increase in population and all that goes with it. Back in the 60s, 1962, a really big fire came through, wiped out everything. All the trees were wiped out. And if you've got old growth forest up here that hasn't been damaged in a long time, you're going to see a diversified forest. But after the fire in 1962, the Tahoe National Forest didn't have their own supply of seedlings to replant. So they ended up getting a whole bunch of seedlings from Southern California forests of some kind or another. And they ended up planting sugar pine. All they planted was sugar pine because that's all they had. So you get into areas of the forest up here that you can tell, hey, this is all the same kind of tree. And basically it looks like it's a planted tree area as opposed to natural growth. Hey, I gotta cut that story short right there to give you this story. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're approaching Barker Ranch. Barker Ranch is a small little town. This building here on the left used to be a bar you could stop in at. Now it's just private property. It says on the door, private party. They ask you to go 25 miles an hour through here. But I'll tell you, right here it starts to go uphill. This is where the pavement ends. The pavement ended, and there was no more pavement. If you were to drive out to Soda Springs, that would be your first pavement at Soda Springs. If you were to drive up to Robinson Flat and then like try to go towards French Meadows, try to head towards Georgetown, you would hit pavement once you finally got to Mosquito Ridge Road. This was all dirt road. So, with that said, this was open to dirt bikes. We used to ride our dirt bikes through here. But yeah, look at these trees. They are 50 years old or more. This is where the Christmas farm is. They have a Christmas tree farm. So they planted trees back in there, but they keep cutting them down. Choose and cut. You have to choose it and then cut it. We're looking at about 70 5 degrees right now. This is a perfect day to go for a ride. In a lot of ways. It's a Wednesday, and there's hardly any people out here. And, you know, you need to be safe, but I'll tell you, when you're riding alone, it's all up to you. Every judgment call you make is yours. You're not having to consider whether so-and-so can keep up, whether so-and-so is going to make the right turn, whether so-and-so would rather go home, all that kind of stuff. It's neither here nor there. It's all how you feel. You're on the ride. You're making the judgments. Make good judgments. Okay, so if we look to our left here, which is kind of hard to do while I'm driving straight ahead, you can see this is planted forest. And it's thinned out. They haven't left it to grow natural. It's been maintained. Well, as a matter of fact, they set fires here every year or so just to burn out the undergrowth. And look how nice and clean it looks because of that. So I want to tell you, they planted these trees in 1962 after the 1962 fire. And they got the trees from down in Southern California. These trees are not, they're not as hardy as the trees that are native to this location. Consequently, after they've gotten to be 50 years old, they've been ravaged by a bark beetle. By a beetle. And the typical thing you'll see that happens is the tree breaks off 10 or 20 foot up the tree, and it just breaks off there because that's where it's all weak. That's where the beetles have affected it. And according to that lovely gal behind the counter at the ranger station, these trees have a way of trying to protect themselves from beetles and such, and they divert sap into the areas where they can tell they're being attacked. But because these trees are of a genetic that is not as strong as the native trees that came in this area, they're not able to fend off the bark beetle as easily. Their priority right now is to clear the trails for the dirt riders, because trees are falling down every single night. They have to go out every night. She told me that they had 5 crews of trail cleaners, trail clearers. Each one of those crews is clearing about 200 trees from the trail a day. So what we're currently doing here now is we're going to head up and see where the snow line's at. No snow yet. Hey, there's China Wall staging area. There's nobody there. No dirt riders today. And the trails are open. There's a trail bike crossing. Okay, people. The National Forest and the off-roads here are governed by a moisture technique where they have sensors in the ground that detect how much soil moisture there is. Now, I just found out today that what they do is, I asked them, they keep it a secret where these sensors are, but she told me today that they're down low in elevation. You know, here we are, there's pretty much snow everywhere. I mean, it's not that you couldn't do something here, but it is what it is. And we're at the Mumford Bar Trailhead. This is a location where you park, and we used to ride the trail down to the river from here, but now it's illegal due to the North Fork of the American River Wilderness Act, which was passed in 1976. And I'm not going through any of this stuff. I don't need to overheat myself. Nobody's even been through here yet. But back to what I was saying, they've got moisture sensors, and just a week and a half ago everything was closed, and that does not include county roads, but all these Forest Service roads, basically the whole backcountry, and certainly the trails. They don't want you to wreck them. A week and a half ago they were closed, and they're currently now open. We're going to stop here. I'm going to enjoy some sunshine. They're currently now open, but what gets me, when you ride through here, you create a tire track and, you know, erosion. And what they've done is open it up, all of it, when this is it. I'm sure up the road it's completely impassable. Oh, this is going to be great. We're going to have some snacks here. Here we've got some beef jerky, some smoked kippered herring, and some Triscuits. I think that'll be good. And we got a place right here. It's in the sunshine. There's a hitching post for my bike.
Yeah, this is going to be all right. We'll have a bit of a lunch here. It looks like it's 1:49, so perfect lunchtime snack. This will get me by as I go down the road.
Hey people, I'm glad you came along for the ride, because this is perfect. The bugs are starting to come out this part of the season, so everything is getting smashed with them. And we've gotten into just a little bit of dirt so far. enough to throw it up on the underside of the bike. But you couldn't ask for anything better than to get out midweek when nobody's around. It's really quiet and peaceful. A few birds chirping and stuff. 70 degrees, 65, somewhere in there. I've gotten up as high as the snow, and I'm going to go back down. I'm not quite prepared to... I didn't want to be too cold. I don't ever want to be too cold. That's how you get a cold. I'm not prepared. I'm prepared for 60, through 80. That's where I'm at. 80 degrees. Okay, so we're going to get back on the road. We're going down now. And we're going to probably stop at China Wall. I'll show you that. And then Elliott Ranch Road's open, so we're going to take that. Getting a good kick's what it's all about. Probably going to stop in at China Wall. I know a nice little offshoot I like to take here, which takes me into Humbug Ridge. But it's not dry enough. I would need my dirt bike. "65 miles an hour at 5,000 RPM. China Wall staging area. Okay, well, we're going to stop here. I bring all you guys back on board now, and I'll let you know we're at China Wall. We're going to set you up with a 2-camera shoot now. I think I want to go for this. We're rolling. Take Elliott Ranch. And we're winding our way home now, so it's just going to take us out to the Forest Hill Divide. Anyway, here we are on the Forest Hill Divide, and As you know, we're on Elliott Ranch Road, and we're getting it on. Nice day for a ride, did I say that? So I've got a little too much air in the tires. 30 pounds for this, but I don't want to take it out. We can go up there, but we're gonna go down here instead. Well, that's trouble. A couple trees in there. Oh, and a few more down the way. They've got some work to do right here. I'm not messing with it. You know, I can't be compromising safety by roughing it too much. And things could happen. So I just got to avoid things happening. So let's try this other way. I don't put a whole lot of faith in it. This may be cutting me off from Elliott Ranch Road. You know, if that's the main road there, so if it's closed, you'd have to think that the alternative route is going to be closed as well. Looks like people have been in here. This road's a little more fun anyway. Uh-oh, trouble ahead. There's trouble ahead, all right. I need a closer look. You could almost ride around that. There's that big rock right there in the way. You would have to like forcefully go at it. I don't know. I could maybe help the bike through there, but that's going to expend a lot of energy. And then it's possible I could just go over the mountain. I still have to do some hairy stuff to achieve that, though. I'd have to really go for it. It could be done. It could be done. There is another possibility, and that's this road over here. Let's check that out. Right here. They're not saying anything's going this way. They're saying 26 is going that way and the other way. So I don't feel good about this one. That's a locked gate there. Private property, I'm sure. And I don't think this really goes anywhere. Does it? There's this one. This might be good. That goes nowhere but the top of the hill. There's nothing up here. So, I guess that's the end of it then. It's okay. We'll go ahead and make a stop at the Loop 5 crossing. Okay, yeah, here we are at the intersection of Loop 5. We're at the intersection of Loop 5. It's one of the more difficult trails. It's for motorcycles, and they don't want any 3 or 4 wheelers on it. This is the way to go. And it's part of the California funds at work. They're OHV funds. Now, that way we just showed you, that's pretty good. This isn't too bad for a while, but then it gets to be, instead of, see, well, I'd call this most difficult, and that's due to erosion over the years. There's some spots on the trail that just have not been put to normal. If it was all like that, then that's fine, but there's some places you don't want to take an XR600 just because of the rock outcroppings you have to scale. It's just too big of a bike. This trail is like a bookshelf roller coaster. Back in the days when that trail was brand new, it was just a pleasure. But now there's some places that are real arduous. So, it is what it is, and we're making the best of it. Look what we're doing today. It's a great day. The weather couldn't be more perfect, and for the next couple weeks, I foresee you can call this prime time. We're officially in it. You people should be riding. So back in the 90s, when I was with the Trail Bike Sportsmen's Association, we used to volunteer our services each year to work on these trails. Dirt riders, and we used to work on this trail. I can't wait to come up here. I got to get Nikki on this now. It's like Friday is a good day, and if it has to be Saturday or Sunday, then that's them. That's the 2000 number 2. I call it 2K, and we're riding that today. It's got IRC tires, 14 by 48, maybe 45 on the back, I can't remember. But what else does it have? Nothing special. I believe it's a stock motor that's never been rebuilt. Can't tell you how many hours or miles it has. But it's got a plate, and I've got it set up for being able to ride to places like this and then head back home. So that's what I'm doing. It's all working out good. It's got stuff on it, like what does it have? I've got the rear hydraulic brake switch. I've got Cycle Wizard snail adjusters. And a Malcolm Smith shark fin. It's running the OEM 2000 pipe. Got an Acerbis taillight on there with a Chase Harper backpack. Got all my tools in there. There's a lot of stuff in there, but I rarely have to get into it. It's got a tank saddlebags that are great for holding stuff. It's got some side shooter night lights. Man, they light things up. If you've got all your headlights on and you turn the regular side, if you turn the side shooters off, then you can't see. Even though the light's on, you can't see. These light up the road. This one's loose. I've got tools that'll tighten that, but I don't need to do that right now. Got some cheapo bark busters. Got a set of 15 millimeter bar risers. It's got a Vapor Trail Tech. Let's talk about what's on it. So far, total time away from home, 3 hours 54 minutes. Maximum speed 69 miles an hour. It's now 3:10 and I've gone 69.4 miles. That's good enough for now. Temperature right now, it's about 70. And they say that the motor's been as high as 218, or it's currently 218. It's been as high as 251. A lot of info was gathered. And I believe I'm going to be back here with Nikki in 2 days. So we're wrapping up today's ride. We're at the apex of the ride. I still got to go home. How far is that? Oh, about 40 miles, 49, something like that. It's really nothing. Okay. Okay, here's where that uphill is that has water bars. Trying to adjust my mirror, but I should probably just wait. Okay, yeah, the Forest Hill Divide. Forest Hill Road. We're back. This is not a through road. This is the road down to well, that's Driver's Flat right there. But Driver's Flat Road. Oh, they may have this closed. Last time I was down here, the road was closed. Hell yeah, let's go to the river if we can. It's open. So let's go down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going down to Ruckachucky Rapids. They have this road highly improved since last time I was on it. It's now no challenge whatsoever other than to avoid pea gravel. Some type of law enforcement. I don't know if that was I didn't see. I'll have to go back and look at the tape. I don't know if that was a ranger or a female sheriff in a Dodge pickup. Yeah, let's take a look and see what's going on down here. It's been, I don't know, 5-10 years since I've been down here. So let's see what they've done. improved road all the way to the bottom. That's right. We came down to Ruckachucky. Wanted to see what's going on down here. It's been a while. It looks nice. It's gonna cost you $10 if you want to spend the day. I imagine it's 18 or something like that. If you can still camp here overnight, I don't remember. But, you know, kind of a nice place to come and visit. Look at that. Okay, listen, I just got here, so I've only had time to get the camera out, and I just want you to know I'm not trying to falsify any information here. Currently it's 5:27:56, 91 degrees, although I'd have to think it's more like 80, because this is about 10 degrees off. Distance we went today was 126.8, and total time was 6 hours, 12 minutes, 29 seconds. However, ride time was 3 hours, 38 minutes, 22 seconds. Maximum speed was 76 miles an hour. Maximum temperature, 255. I've already told you that stuff. Maximum RPM, 5,930 revolutions per minute. Now that's really something. Imagine that.